Hello and welcome back to the channel and to another episode of The Future Of. Today we're taking a look at the Colorado Avalanche and their very exciting team that is full with great players and prospects. And as usual, let's start off with taking a look at their core. And we have to start off with their best player and what I think is the third best player in the league and one of my absolute favorite players to watch, which is Nathan Mackinnon. He's coming off back-to-back point per game seasons and is now looking to break that 100 point threshold, which I think he will. Mackinnon is just a straight up brilliant and unreal player. His edge work and speed is off the charts and his shot and playmaking is just amazing as well. He's also got one of the best contracts in the league, which makes him an absolute dream player to have, and Colorado are very lucky to have him. And the scary part about Mackinnon is that he hasn't even entered his peak years yet, so it's going to be very interesting to see just how good he will be in 3 or 4 years. Mackinnon is part of what many consider the best line in hockey, and next to him on that line is team captain Gabriel Landeskog, who just like Mackinnon had a career season, and if I'm being honest, I'm not surprised. He's a very underrated player and is finally getting that attention that he deserves. He's so skilled and strong on the puck, he's got a good shot and he's just an overall great, powerful winger. And he's got a really good deflection ability too, which I think is pretty underrated. The third part of that amazing line is Mikko Rantanen, and just like his teammates, he also had a career season. It's impressive and pretty rare seeing a player of his size standing at 193 centimeters or 6'4" be so smooth and silky. And that's what he is. He's smooth and silky with an amazing shot and playmaking ability. There's some people that want to attribute Rantanen's success to playing with Mackinnon, and while some of that might be true, some of his points might be because he plays with Mackinnon, Rantanen can definitely hold his own. And let's not kid ourselves, Mackinnon gets points because of the work Rantanen does, so it goes both ways. Other than that first line, the Avs still look pretty good, and I'm looking at their newly acquired second line center Nazem Kadri. He's coming off a season which wasn't the best, but he's a 2-time 30 goal scorer and he can do it again. The only issue I can see people hang with him is his suspension history, especially those in the playoffs. He's a good addition though, and I think he will do well. Also adding Andrei Burakovsky and Jonas Donskoy was good business by Colorado, essentially getting a whole new second line. Tyson Jost can also be a good player and hopefully he'll break out this season. Their defensive side was weakened when they traded Tyson Barrie, but considering Cale Makar will make his first full season, I think he'll make the loss of Barrie a bit easier, and I'll be talking about Makar later in the video. Other than Makar, Sam Girard is a defenseman I like, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets close to 40 or 45 points this season as he gets to take on a bigger role on the blue line. Their goaltending is their weakest link, I would say. Gruber has proved he can be a good backup, so hopefully he'll be able to progress and take on a starting role and do it well. Their backup, Pavel Francouz, put up good numbers in the KHL and was good in the 2 NHL games he played last season, and I would say he's got the potential to be a good backup. Looking at their prospects now, and we have to start off with the obvious one, it's Cale Makar. While he made his NHL debut in the playoffs, he's still considered a rookie and will definitely be one of the favorites for the Calder Trophy, and he's my pick to win it. I'll be making a full NHL awards prediction soon, so make sure you tune in for that. Makar is seen as one of the best prospects in all of hockey, and for good reason. He put up great numbers during his time in the NCAA and took home the Hobie Baker Award, which is awarded to the best NCAA player. Right after winning it, Makar was signed by the Avs and thrown directly into the playoffs and impressed us right away, scoring a goal on his first shot in his first game. He's a fantastic skater and can really drive the play, and adding his superb stick handling, playmaking, hockey IQ and defensive ability, he's really the complete package. I think he will end up getting top 2 minutes and lots of time on the power play, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets close to 50 points. I think he's that good, and that's why he's my Calder favorite. But Makar isn't the only top defensive prospects the Avs have. This summer, Colorado drafted defenseman Bowen Byram at 4th overall, and he was considered the best defenseman at the draft. His agility and movement is top class, combined with his great passing ability. He's not the most physical player, but with his skating and hockey IQ, he's a tough player to get past, and when he makes NHL, he'll be a great player to either pair up with Makar or have on a different pairing. Looking at their third defensive prospects, which is Connor Timmons, who had an unfortunate development suffering a concussion in the 2018 OHL Finals, which kept him away from hockey for all of the 2018-19 season. He was drafted 32nd overall in 2017 by Colorado and had 2 good seasons in the OHL, and he was looking to play for Colorado's AHL squad last season and then try to crack the Avs lineup, but unfortunately the post-concussion symptoms stopped him. But when he is on the ice and playing at the top of his ability, Timmons is a strong, skinny defenseman with a good shot and a physical edge to his defensive game. Thankfully, Timmons is now back on the ice and will be at rookie camp, and hopefully he'll be able to make his NHL debut at some point during this coming season. And while Colorado's defensive prospects look amazing, their defensive prospects do too. Just like Byram, Alex Newhook was drafted in the 2019 draft but at 16th overall by Colorado. He's a center, and what stands about him is his edge work and speed. He's one of the best skaters from the 2019 draft class. He's also very creative and smart with the puck, and in a few years, when he's played in NCAA where he's going to play next season, he can be a real good player and a perfect second line center behind Mackinnon. And there's people that say he can be as good as Barzal, which is not a bad comparison at all. Lastly, we have Martin Kaut, who was drafted at 16th overall in the 2018 draft. He spent his last season in the AHL and he's a highly skilled winger with a great scoring ability. He's going to start this coming season in the AHL and he'll be hoping he can be good enough to earn that NHL call-up. There are obviously more players that are interesting, like Vladislav Kamenev, who's yet to play a full NHL season, but these are my top 5 prospects for the Avs. And with these prospects and their core, Colorado already has a good team that will be even better in a few years, and they've already proved that they can compete by advancing into the second round in last year's playoffs, and also people have them as a team that can really compete this year. For me, I think they'll make the playoffs, but it's going to be tough as they're in a very tough division and they've had some problems with consistency, but adding Kadri, Donskoy and Burakovsky is a good way to even out the scoring and put the pressure off the first line, at least a little. I still think the Mackinnon line will be one of the best in the league, and I wouldn't be surprised if Mackinnon challenges for both the Art Draws and the Hart Trophy this season. So what do you think? Are they a team that can maybe compete for a cup, or will they flop? Will they fall somewhere in between? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I also wanted to thank all of you for subscribing and helping me reach 100 subscribers. It's really motivating, and more videos will come once we get closer to the NHL season, so thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.